Our scene opens at the Grand Crescent Casino in Mos Espa. Table games, all sorts of card countings, the Star Wars version of slot machines, sabacc, little tiny fighting animals that run at each other and then kill each other live in the middle of the casino. All the classic games you'd expect from Tatooine. And then everyone stops and turns to look as through the front doors, a Hutt and a oh, it's not called the Supremacy. How am I fumbling this so hard? Episode one. What's the what's the name of the CSI? No, that's wrong as well. The Commando battle droids of the someone help me here. I'm drowning.
The Trade Federation.
Yes, but
Separatist
the
army.
no. What's the
I was just reading.
separatists?
The
Oh my
Separatists. Yeah, yeah,
goodness. I'm falling off a cliff at the beginning of the
yeah.
episode. Perfect. Amazing. Yes, so
Back.
a
Start it
separate
over.
Restart.
Cut
no,
that.
we're
Cut
not
that. Cut that.
we might cut that. So a commando battle droid from the separatist army walks in, escorting a Hutt. Everyone slowly stops what they're doing, turns to look. One guy who's barely hanging on to the bar goes, I remember a joke that started like this as a punchline before. And then he slides off the bar, hits the ground, collapses unconscious. Zaxx, Baxter, the two of you are here to do business. All of your hopes and dreams ride on the next few minutes. You can see that the casino is completely full of people. There's plenty of hollow monitors around displaying the upcoming race, everything that's getting started for the rebirth of the Grand Pod Racing circuit. Now that Tatooine is no longer under Imperial control. But the people here can't help you get what you want. The high roller section, private. There's a TDA series protocol droid blocking the entrance up the stairs. And above it, a little TT-8L Y7 gatekeeper droid. It's the little eye thing from Jabba's palace that went ooh, ooh, ah, ah. Whether you get past the droids or whether you find another way through, that's up to you. But your hopes and dreams rely on one or both of you getting to the other side of that red carpet.
Hmm.
We cut to the two of you, your grand entrance. What do you look like as everyone in this casino is turning to look at the two of you?
This will be entirely off the top of my head. I have not prepared anything. I want to say that Zaxx is a bit ostentatious.
Mm-hmm.
He has a too small sort of leather Vegas with like tassels jacket that go on his tiny little arms. And he's got, what did I say during session zero that he was going to wear wigs all the time?
Yes.
He's got he's got sort of a like blonde pompadour wig that is sort of poorly positioned on the top of his head. I think maybe it's like, I don't know, is it an old Hutt fashion that he's trying to bring back, or is it never one that existed at all?
I'm
Or
going to
is it
pitch this to you.
sure,
The
sure.
audience might not know as much about your character as we do, but what we do know is that you are like a haute couture fashion mogul. Do you think that as a food review podcaster, Hutt,
Yeah.
being on the leading edge of fashion or being a
hmm
sort of classic Romanesque look in your wigs, what's more important to you there?
I think he's cutting edge. I like that question. That gives me clarity. Yeah. He's cutting edge and he's probably trying to bring some really avant-garde fashion that has become very popular maybe on other worlds with other species, and he's trying to make it a Hutt thing. Um, and he's got kind of like maybe big triangular glasses, you know?
Yes. You sure that
And
we're not just gonna go ahead and do the what's the anime about drilling?
oh, Gurren Lagann or
Yeah.
how's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Gurren
yeah.
Lagann.
That's what I'm starting to get now. Wacky hair.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
That's his inspiration, Zaxx.
I've
Right there.
considered. I was thinking about that just like a few months ago. I was like, should I rewatch that anime? Ultimately, I didn't, but it's still in the back of my head.
Okay. It'll be there when you
Uh,
need it.
yeah, it'll be there when I need it. So yeah, so that's what he looks like, and he's probably got you know Huts are all perpetually moist. He's got a little bit of extra perspiration. He's nervous. A lot is riding on this endeavor that they got going on tonight. He feels better having Baxter here with him. I don't know how long our history is. I think we talked about it, but I can't remember. Been together for a little bit. Gonna explore it in flashbacks, I think is what we settled on.
Yeah.
So Zaxx is still self-locomotive. He's not on a big barge, so he is hutting his way around um
I have to
under
tell
his own
you,
power.
a nervous Hut makes everyone else around you nervous.
Yeah, yeah. He has a little bit of a reputation. What he thinks his reputation is may not be exactly what it is externally, but he's probably oblivious to that. And he's kind of right now he's just trying to look and failing to look nonchalant and kind of scoping out the room and trying to come up with a strategy for or maybe they walked in here already having one. I don't know. But he's trying to get the lay of the land, figure it out.
All right.
Yeah. Probably walked
Baxter.
in with the strategy, trying to decide like, was this the right strategy?
Yeah,
Do I
will
am
this
I
work
doubting
at
my
all?
strategy already?
Yeah.
Now, Baxter, you have a million other people that look just like you. So what sets you apart from them?
um, that's true. There are a lot of battle droids out there. Not as many BX Commando battle droids, but still a lot, especially at one time. So Baxter, a tall, slender figure, he wears a long car jacket, classified as heavy clothing, particularly now, but high collared, and then in this particular setting is wearing a bowler hat on his tiny little droid head. It's not too tiny, but likes his hats, likes his coats, kind of gives him the profile of the average man walking around the street to blend in when the time calls for it. But in this setting, there's with all eyes on the hut, it doesn't feel the need to kind of blend completely into the background. Instead, wears the jacket unbuttoned to show that he is indeed a battle droid. Eyes are white with the light from behind them, and we mean business. So those like little narrow eye kind of, um, it's kind of the eye directions that they give them to always make them look angry. They look angry right now, but sometimes you'll see those kind of turn to different directions depending on how his processors feel that he might be feeling.
Well, right now, a nervous Hut walking in with an angry commando droid makes everyone else here rather nervous, and you can see that waiters are suddenly going around making sure everyone's calm, that they're having fun at the tables. Suddenly the staff is very attentive to the needs of people. You can see that the pit boss is keeping an eye on the two of you. Security has definitely flagged you. And the bartender behind the bar just continues shaking up a drink, but is almost making eye contact with Zaxx.
Is Baxter Winnie Poohing it? Like, does he have no pants? He just has a jacket on.
Yeah, and no pants,
Okay.
no shirt. Under
Is that
under
what we're
we'll
calling
just
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's an SNL skit that also uses that term, which is also
Yeah.
hilarious. Yeah, I like when normally walk around, he'll have like pants and boots and gloves and um like a sweater or a turtleneck sweater kind of
Okay.
underneath his jacket. But for this particular setting, especially as an intro to kind of introduce who we are and what we're looking like, yeah, it's full kind of Hal Droid regalia.
Okay.
Open
I
crotch
guess,
look.
yeah.
Are
Is it
either of
either
you
that
openly
or
armed?
um Zaxx is not. I don't think he goes in openly armed.
No, yeah. Baxter also is not openly armed.
Okay. Well,
A
this
weapon
is
is
your guys'
concealed
nut to
for
crack.
the
How do you want to do it?
Okay. I'm gonna start if the bartender's kind of making eye contact with me. I'm gonna head on over to the bar and get a drink.
You head on over to the bar to get a drink. You can see that there's like a orange-skinned Twi'lek woman who's just finishing up making a lumen ale for the gentleman who has fallen to the ground. You know, she's like finishing topping off his drink and then closing
Yeah,
his
yeah.
tab for him. She sees you come over. She spreads her hands out wide and says, "My Lord Hutt, welcome to the Grand Crescent Casino, Mos
What
Espa's
I
finest establishment."
mm, the pleasure is all mine. I've heard a lot about it, so I thought I would come down and see what it's all about.
Are
I'll
you
take
here for the
a.
races today?
I am, I'm trying to figure out what the action's like.
We have,
Dip my tail in the water, so to speak.
of course, we have odds and bookies available for you.
Oh yeah, if you could set me up with maybe a concierge or something to give me the rundown on what kind of services you have available here.
Oh, you were looking for something upper class.
I am. I'm not looking to engage on a common level. That's not what I'm about.
Okay, interesting. All right, well, the first roll of this game is going to be a pretty important one, actually. And the crazy thing is, we're probably about to do a lot of really difficult, really crazy rolls that are going to set the tone for the whole campaign. So I
Right.
am going to ask you. I see. The thing is, I don't know whether this is deception or it's some form of charm. Because if you genuinely believe that you're a high class, high roller, even though you're a little short on cash and influence, then it's not technically deception. But if you are more, how should I say this? If your character is more in tune with their current financial status, then I will ask for this to be some form of deception or maybe
I
even
think it
coercion.
probably is deception. I think he's well aware that he is on the outside of high society right now, and he's trying to claw his way back into influence that would be befitting a hut of his station.
Very well.
So I would definitely call it a deception.
Okay, so deception is part of the social interaction skills, and there's a little chart here. It is countered by the discipline of the target.
Okay. I have something here. What do I have? I have nobody's fool. Up. Okay, this isn't an incoming deception, so that doesn't apply. But I also spent 5 XP and bought intimidating, which also won't work. Only works on coercion. So okay. So I have 1 yellow and 2 green in deception. No, wait. Deception. 2 yellow and 1 green in deception.
All right, and then let me double check here. So discipline is a willpower. So you'll be rolling against one red, one purple, and I'm gonna throw a black die in there as well.
Okay. Can
Because this is their
I
establishment.
can I persuade you to give me a boost die because I've brought a lethal bodyguard, which would up my perceived status.
My
An
understanding,
exotic bodyguard, no less.
when I asked whether you had a weapon or not, I'm now forgetting whether Baxter actually does have a weapon.
He's not.
I have a concealed weapon.
I will give you one boost die.
Okay, is that this one?
It's the
Boost,
blue
yes,
one, yeah.
okay.
You're good.
And then one setback.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't realize this little controller was here. I could have
That's
pushed
okay.
this.
You can roll. We can roll it however you guys want to
Okay.
do. It's
I'll roll it
probably
this
easier for
way
me to use
this
the
time.
keys, because I'm gonna be rolling a lot of oppositional rolls.
I'll use the keys next time.
Okay.
Do you want to use
Okay.
any of
Do
our
you
light
want to
die if
use
this is
any of your
important?
abilities to
Yeah,
tap into?
I think you said it's important, so I think we should probably
Upgrade the green to
So
yellow.
you can upgrade the
upgrade the
green to a
green to
yellow, or
yellow.
you can downgrade the red to a purple.
Oh yeah.
Now that means you can't critically fail.
That means I
Yeah, there'll be no
can't.
despairs.
Yeah, no despairs. I think I'll do that.
Okay.
I think that's play it a little safe. I
I'll
didn't know
go.
if I could
I
get that
think
back in
that
the.
the John Williams
Oh,
soundtrack,
okay.
I'll get
as the
it.
two of
All
you
right.
go eye to eye contact with each other, has a little trill to represent the light side of the forces
All
with you
right.
here in this moment. Let the dice hit the
See what
table.
we
Let the
get.
dice hit the table.
Okay, we've got one success.
Versus two
Unfortunately, you have two
fails.
Are
failures, so
these
this dice
failures?
overall is a failure.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get a bunch of advantage. So you have 3 advantage and no successes.
I have 4 advantage, right? 1, 2, 3,
We lose
4.
one because of
But
the
you lose
setback
one because of the threat.
Oh, yeah.
threat.
It's a
Okay.
rough start.
Unfortunate.
So you have failed to convince this woman that you are worth letting into the high class of society here. With that said, 3 advantage is a lot. An advantage can be set on deception checks to increase the value of goods or services that you're trying to sell, or agreeing to fairer terms. Just sort of, you failed, but you can try to upsell some other thing about you and your.
Let me ask you this. Why am I trying to get into the high rollers? Am I trying to place a big bet?
That's an excellent question. I'm now recognizing I forgot to tell you. You need sponsors.
Sponsors. Okay,
The
that's what I'm looking
sponsor
for.
now, you could try to get the people in this part of the casino to sponsor you, but they
Mm-hmm,
don't have the kind
mm-hmm.
of money that the people on the other side there have. Weapons manufacturers, drug cartels, criminal syndicates. You get to the other side of the velvet carpet, you could be talking to people with real money.
Can I use my advantage to get a lead on uh someone like adjacent to the high rollers? Right, like I'm if I can't get in, I'm looking for somebody who could become an in.
Interesting.
Right, like if it's not going to work out this time around, but can I
All right.
get, I got,
Asked
can I,
her what you specifically asked her for was a concierge. And
yeah,
she says, I don't have the authority to get you moving around the casino quite yet. You'll need to talk to our concierge. Do you feel like this is an acceptable compromise to kind of side the conversation to now you have to get past the big boss?
yes, because this gives me another opportunity,
Yes,
right?
it does. Yeah.
It's
The
going to
rolls
lead
get
me to
tougher,
the
but we have another chance.
right.
More influence.
You see as she gestures with one hand, and I want to say as this happens, Baxter, you see she's openly gesturing with her left hand, and in her right hand, as she's directing the Hutt's attention away, like a stage magician, the right hand, she has a portable hand comm that she's discreetly talking to someone in. And then shortly after wherever she's gesturing to, a few seconds later, Chiss Man, like Admiral Thrawn, blue skin, red eyes, dark black hair, wearing a pure white tuxedo, comes out, white gloves, walks over, bows in front of you, and says, My Lord Zaxx, it has been some time since the social scenes have been graced by your presence. I understand you've fallen on hard times, my lord, but have no fear. I'm sure that once you produce sufficient evidence of your good credit, the Grand Crescent Casino can help you regain your former glory.
Every speed bump can be a ramp to opportunity. So,
Rightly said, my lord. And there's no better place to find ramps to glory than a casino.
Excellent. What tell me what I can do to
Well, we've
curry
run a
curry the
credit
favor.
check on you, my lord. It would seem that you have recently come into the ownership of an organization which owns a pod racer.
I am, I've got a expert crew assembled, and I'm looking to make a big splash in the racing circuit. And I think we have everything sorted out to pave the way to our success. We just need some external sponsorship to ensure uh, that we get off the ground and that we're successful to start.
A fine opportunity, my lord. Might I offer a bet then?
I'm all ears, assuming Hutts have ears. I'm all orifices.
That's a great question. I'm going to let the comment section,
yeah.
rather than do a detailed analysis of Jabba the Hutt, I'm going to let the comment section tell me whether they have oratory orifices of some kind.
How do they detect sound? Let us know in the comments below.
That's right.
The concierge stands, shoulders squared off, hands clasped behind his back, and says, "Well, my lord, let me say this. A bet where you place your pod racer into escrow with a casino. If you lose your upcoming qualifying race, we will take the pod racer, and it won't matter who you've talked to in the high rolling area because, well, frankly, if you lose your pod racer, you're completely done. And if you win, we're square."
You want me to place my entire operation on the line just for the opportunity
Yeah.
to seek a sponsor?
He gestures around you to the casino.
Let me see.
If you need a moment to think about it, my lord, I can return later. I do understand the race is starting shortly.
I'll tell you what. Can I'll do this. I can do this for you. I can do, provided I obtain sponsorship through your endorsement in this establishment. If we lose, then you'll be entitled to 50% of the winnings of our next three races, of our next three wins. Because even if we lose tomorrow, it won't be the end of my crew's career, especially not with the lucrative sponsorship that you're going to provide us. So 50% of if we lose, 50% of earnings from our next three wins. If we win, then 25% of our earnings for our next two wins.
I think
So you win either way.
this conversation will continue, like the two of you will be bantering things around, but the dice are going to decide how it goes. It will be a negotiation versus negotiation roll.
Feels important. Use more light sided this stuff.
Yes, use more light side. I'll use another light side.
Yeah,
Okay.
what better way to make
You
sure
You don't
the
even know
casino
what
is
you're
full
rolling
than to
against
eat
yet, but
plastic?
yeah.
Doesn't
Doesn't matter. Use them all.
Doesn't matter.
You are looking at 1 red, 2 purple, 1 black.
Okay, I will use my light side to probably, I guess I'll upgrade. Can you click this off? How do I make one go away? Oh, boop.
We're gonna have to clear that.
How did you do that? How'd you make that one go away?
I right clicked on it and I hit delete.
1 red, 2 purple.
That's only one purple. There you go.
Yeah.
I will still give you a blue die for your
Previous.
battle droid's presence. Yes.
Oh, okay.
But now for the opposite reason. Previously, you got one because he. I would have given you 2 if he was armed, and now I'll give you 1 because he's unarmed, and this is the casino
Okay.
boss, and it would be bad if there was an
He
armed.
likes
Yeah,
it better than
overly
he's armed.
threatening the
Okay.
guy in charge.
Yes.
All right.
This is a
Let's
big roll. You have a
Oh,
triumph.
better. Oh, triumph.
Pass
What's under
and
with
a
this?
triumph,
pass.
a success, 2
Oof.
advantage, no fail, no
That's
no bad stuff
huge.
for you. Yeah, triumph is massive on negotiation rolls.
Nice.
All right.
All right.
And it was the one you upgraded too.
Oh yeah, we gotta flip that bad boy though. I'll flip the card.
Triumph, you can choose to make the target NPC become a regular client or specialist vendor, or the NPC can keep an eye out for specific goods you may be interested to, refer you to other clients. I'll say this, rather than have this unnamed casino boss, concierge, become a regular NPC, I will have him special introduce you to at least one. I've made several NPCs of note that if you rolled well enough, you would get access to them. I will have him introduce you to one off of the list.
A sponsor or a different kind of
A
NPC?
sponsor.
Okay.
So he'll give you an introduction, and that'll give you a blue die going into that,
Gotcha.
and you won't have to
Okay.
roll to discover that person.
So I get to go talk to the president of Dynaco, not Rusty's.
I don't get that
Oh
reference,
my
but
god.
sure.
That's so
I thought you
good.
said you watched Cars. Sorry.
I watched Cars several months ago.
Well,
So
all right.
good.
Somebody out
Okay.
there will get it.
I got it.
All right. That's what counts.
We're locked in.
Your
Oh,
2
man.
advantage can be used to gather unrelated boons to the negotiation you were just part of.
Yeah, this was blank. It flipped over when I said it. So
It's okay. I mean,
It's in the chat.
log. Yeah.
Okay.
I think if you want comp drinks in a room for the night, that's 2 advantage right there. Or if there's any other small favors that this concierge can set up for you, tickets for like introductions at a local specialty restaurant, maybe, or something.
Can it
lines.
be instead, can it be like the seed of a generally positive relationship with this individual?
Okay.
Like, can he become somebody I can come to in the future that will be positively disposed towards me?
All right. So then we're gonna give this guy a name then, because
Okay.
you're gonna
Yeah.
write down that you know this person and you talk.
Of course.
You will
We're
keep in
trying to
contact with
save
them.
the makeup department some money, but here we go.
Yeah. Here we go.
The cast.
So this concierge, he goes by the nickname of Mittens. That's a little
Tell us
Thrawn
about
reference.
the gloves he's wearing, if he is wearing gloves then.
I mentioned he's got those white glove service,
Okay.
good sir. He's wearing an
Perfect.
all-white tuxedo that stands out brilliantly against his blue makeup skin. Yeah,
Okay.
he genuinely enjoys the back and forth with you, and at some point it becomes less about trying to negotiate to keep you out and more about seeing what desperate measures and insane things he can get you to agree on before finally just agreeing to let you into the private section to make your chops without hassling you too much. Like, he genuinely enjoys the art of bantering with a criminal Hutt.
Yeah. We have like a drink together. We sit down. We do the whole negotiation thing back and forth. I want to drink whatever the Star Wars equivalent is of like a White Russian. So like a blue
Blue milk.
yeah, a blue milk. What's a planet? Instead of a
It's
White Russian, it could be
frothing. Blue Hoth, of course.
a blue Hoth. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a little mist coming off of it. Yeah, you and your battle droid companion are let into the high roller section, escorted by the concierge, who brings you up and announces you formally as Lord Zaxx. with companion Baxter. It's so hard to keep your guys' names straight because you all chose Axe names.
What's the name of the casino?
It's the Grand
Grand
Crescent
Crescent.
Casino in Mos Espa. All right.
When there's a moment, I'll ask Mittens what the design and decal they'd like emblazoned on the side of our pod racer and on our race jerseys, as to show that they are invested in our success.
I don't know. They might not
Do
be able
you
to do
have
that,
such
right?
a design? Are you ready to throw that at me?
I don't know. I'm asking him if he has a design.
Is it a conflict of interest for a betting establishment to sponsor one of the
I don't think
racers?
they can sponsor you.
Okay.
I
FanDuel
am
is
going to ask you, Baxter. You've indicated that you're a guy who's down with crime. Right? I
Is that
feel
just
like
the
that's a
Empire? Of
reasonable
course.
assessment of your character looking at your character sheet.
And backstory, absolutely.
Yeah. So, there are kind of two options here. Rad has already walked Zaxx through the door. Zaxx can just take this premium Triumph top tier client list. You, however, have a whole second client list. His client list is corporate. Your client list is criminal. They're going to ask you to do different things, and they're going to have access to different boons and abilities. If you roll knowledge outer rim or knowledge crime or any of those types of skills, that would mean that you have previous knowledge, like academically, of these people and these organizations. Streetwise would mean you have personal knowledge of these people and organizations. Like you have met them before, you know them. Which one feels more appropriate for a role here?
Sure. I feel like looking at my character sheet, I should definitely do Streetwise.
Okay.
And narratively, we'll go with that option as well. We're going to look for people that I've come in contact with in kind of like my previous life as, a member of a crew, um, running jobs for uh, running jobs for the Crimson Dawn, and see if there's anyone here that I recognize, not from that organization, but possibly from that organization. Looking for new contacts I can make that are interested in the pod racing circuit, finding ways that I can get an in on goods that we need to make sure we've got a pod racer that's working well, resources that we can leverage to make sure that we've got, the workings of the underworld kind of working in we're caught up in the flow going in one direction and not trying to go cross it, at least at this point. Just kind of make sure that we are, doing things to keep our names on the right side of the ledger.
Okay.
The left side, depending on
who's going to be a 2 purple roll.
Okay.
Now, as the game master, I have to tell you when I'm spending one of my dark side points before you do. The other thing to note is that when I spend my points, you could technically just spend one back to cancel it out, but that's what we call a dick move.
That's okay.
I'm going to spend a point to reduce one of your yellows to a green.
Okay.
The other thing I'm going to tell you, it's 2 purple, and if you hit a triumph, there will be a Crimson Dawn contact here.
Okay. Let's hope for that triumph because that's going to be more fun.
Okay.
Do the dick
Is there
move,
anything
you
I
just
can do
reduce your
to?
chance.
Is there anything I can do to assist them in this?
Yes. What do you think would help him streetwise wise? How do you see yourself assisting this?
All right. Well, I also have Streetwise.
Okay. All right. So you're
So we can just kind of put our heads together on this.
putting your heads together quite
What do you
literally,
see?
and I want to have a close, tight camera scene of the two of you, like the droid leaning next to you while you do your you're drooling slightly, and you're like,
sweating.
like you're muttering instructions to him, essentially consulting. All right,
Yes.
I think that's worthy of one blue die. Sure.
Okay.
Did you see that?
Yes, you see my eyes scan over the parts of the room that Zaxx is kind of looking over and sweatily gesturing with his handkerchief.
Is that a triumph?
That
Unbelievable.
is.
2 successes? Okay.
Yep.
2 successes and 1 threat and a triumph.
Okay. You can list you can make up a Crimson Dawn agent if there's someone you want to have. You can also choose from your 2 successes, although one of those successes is from the triumph. The other success you can pick from this list. You can get someone who works for the Spice Cartel, or you can get someone working for the Hutt syndicates, or you can get a down on their luck former pod racer mechanic, a guy who used to work here, who's now like a big time power broker. Yeah, you're
Is
chuckling.
this big time power broker? Is this person? I suppose I'm chuckling because of the sorry, um, because of the cast one shot leading into this. Is this person, is there
Champ
casting?
Princeman?
Yeah, is there?
Yes, it is
Is
Champ
there
Princeman.
casting? Is there casting suspiciously a little bit higher tier than these other characters casting?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Well, we'll definitely bookmark Champ Princeton as being on the list of
All right, Champ
people I'd
Princeman.
like
And
to
it should be
approach.
noted, this is a 20 years older Champ Princeman as well.
Ah,
Little gray at the temples sort of deal.
He's bounced back. Um,
how have those
okay.
20 years treated him? That's what I
Yeah,
want to know.
exactly. On Tatooine, when you saw what happened to a Jedi Knight. Just
Yeah.
imagine what happened to him down his pod racer. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll talk
Crimson
to Champ
Dawn, what
for
do you
sure.
want to tell me about them?
Okay. So Baxter doesn't know this, but his team was burned by the Crimson Dawn. And so, he kind of was able to get out of that world. He probably still feels like there's good connections there since that's where his team was before. But he is trying to investigate to see how his team how his team ended up, all in prison or dead. And so having some Crimson Dawn contacts he feels could be helpful for understanding and digging deeper into what happened, what happened to his crew, what happened to his boss, why, why they all got, why they got back, or why they got thrown under the bus, or how their deal went so bad. He wants to find out more. So getting linked in with the Crimson Dawn is going to help him to start that investigation. So he's interested in finding out more. Who's interested in pod racing and getting synced up with that arm of that organization.
Okay. All right. I'm going to say that this contact's name, you only know them by reputation. This guy's name is Sparks. They are, as you might assume from that name, sort of a mechanic who deals with the creation of explosive materials for the Crimson Dawn, which, is kind of terroristy.
Excellent.
Now, Baxter, your time here at the casino is limited to helping your appearance with your Hutt friend. You actually do need to go help assemble the pod racer back at the track so that your guy can race.
Yeah.
However,
of which, yeah,
you have time to pass over all the information to your Hutt friend and make an introduction for them.
sounds good.
Rad.
Yeah. Okay.
When we return to you,
Hmm.
I'm going to introduce your special target and then give you an option of an additional target that you can pick.
Okay.
You also know Sparks and you know Champ Princeman. These are all people that are on a list of possible contacts. During each round of the pod race that's about to come up, we will cut away to you making negotiations, and how well your pod race is doing will give you blue or black dice, depending on how things are moving along for you at that moment.
Cool. I like it.
So you can just choose to continuously go to the same target over and over again. If you think that the benefits that they're offering you are worthwhile and that you want more, or if you rolled badly previously, to try to renegotiate it, basically re-roll. So this list of people is very important because they're all going to be offering different opportunities to you. Champ Princeman, I feel like I don't need to explain him very much more to you, to the audience maybe, and if we come to him, we'll do that. Sparks, as you've just heard, is a Crimson Dawn agent. You might know more about the Crimson Dawn than me. I'm only vaguely aware of them, but they are like a criminal syndicate turned sort of rebel alliance aligned terrorist cell that recently was almost completely wiped out by Imperial purges over the last few years. Specifically, there was something about them butting heads with Lord Vader, and after that, their cells just started disappearing all across the galaxy. You have an introduction from the concierge Mittens to a man named Carladin Abard, who works for Outer Rim Sports Network. This is the premier HoloNet news network that covers the Galactic Pod Racing Circuit. Now, the Galactic Pod Racing Circuit has continued since the Empire has occupied Tatooine, but with the loss of the Boonta Eve Classic, it's hardly been the same. I mean, this is the race that was the big finale. It was the closer. It was hosted by Jabba the Hutt. It was absolutely massive. And now that it's returning, this is the homeland of the Outer Rim Sports Network. Like, they are coming home for the big race that they alone basically like have exclusive rights to cover. You have a success on your negotiation dice, so you can pick one of the following corporations to also be present to negotiate with their operative. Zerka Corporation is a weapons manufacturer. They also make, if you look in the pod racing book, a number of parts just straight up say Zerka on them. Mods and such. So if you're looking to get a lot of mods for cheaper and have a lot of like pro pod racing stuff, Zerka Corporation. Kuwait Drive Yards, they are Imperial contractors. They don't build TIE fighters or small ships. They build capital ships for the Imperial remnant. And they're actually not that picky about which warlords they're selling to. They're probably the largest military capital ship manufacturer in the galaxy. Absolutely massive. On the other hand, your racer is a known rebel pilot, so that's going to be a hard sell walking through the front door. Incom Corporation also has a rep present. You do have the same problem that he is a rebel pilot, but he's also a deserter, on the other hand. However, Incom is the elite starfighter manufacturer of the New Republic. They're absolutely huge. They are extremely grassroots. Everybody knows them. Everybody wants them. They hand design all of their, like, they're like the kind of people that are making F1 cars, right? Like, they make custom machines, hand built. This is not a factory production line company. If you need something custom machined for you, Incom is the company you want to go to. You do have that little problem about being a deserter, though, and it'd be bad for them to be sponsoring you without some serious heft. It's crazy that all of the regular guys have sort of a thing going on in the background, but the premium results, you get Carlin and a Bard. Who's just good all the way around.
What's the boon of going with the quad drive yards?
Quad Drive Yards, they have an absolutely massive audience. The New Republic has Coruscant and some of the core systems. The majority of the galaxy is behind Imperial control. Like, if you want people to watch you, Coet Drive Yards is going to be the sponsor. Like, you need somebody to get you into Imperial space on a broadcast. The other thing to consider, you don't have a ride between planets. These guys make ships. You get a nice Quad Drive Yards freighter with a giant ass logo, and then your dude on the side doing probably be pretty good for you. Completely skip the negotiate with Han Solo for 10,000 to move between system fee that you're dead. Let me put it this way: if you don't have a ship by the end of this episode, you absolutely are going to be negotiating for transit for the rest of the season.
Well, Incom could kind of do the same thing, couldn't they?
Yes, they could. They could conceivably get you a starship. Although remember, they are starfighter adjacent.
Right, right.
Now
be a
they
very
do produce the
fast ship.
U-wing, which is a hauler, and I believe it has a hyperdrive. If it doesn't, I'm gonna get absolutely slaughtered by the comments section. But I'm shooting off the top of my head real quick, so relax.
Let us know in the comments below.
Let us know. Probably Incom could hook you up with a shuttle for real.
Imperial shuttle. Crazy.
I mean, you have to believe that there's Lambda shuttles all over the place.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Oh, for
We see all
sure.
the military gray ones, but these would be all the sweet car racing bunch of color versions of those same things.
Oh, you mean like the one that the Bad Batch has? That's just the Lambda shuttle, but more sinister.
Yeah, the special ops Lambda shuttle. No, I mean
Yep.
like the NASCAR Lambda shuttle where it's just like green, red, yellow, blue. Corporate logo, corporate logo, corporate logo.
We Star
I
Wars
will-
wipe. Oh,
Well, yeah. Go ahead.
Star
Wipe
Wars
it.
wipe. Hutt Flats, Mos Espa Grand Arena. We are looking at it in reverse. This qualifying, I really appreciated that, Taranaki. Your qualifier is going to be to do part of the track in reverse and then go off into the Dune Sea. Pilot, whose name has an X
Also
in
an
it.
X.
It's Jax. Jax, what are you looking like as you are assembling your pod racer alone?
I think Jax is his pod racer is probably mostly already assembled, but he's just kind of eyeing the other drivers, pilots, and more so like sizing them up with a big smirk on his face, like inviting trouble, but just kind of like seeing what they're riding. But at the same time, he doesn't care about their pod racers. All he really cares about is the pilot because he thinks it's the pilot that determines everything. So he's smug. He looks too confident. And if someone approaches, he'd start talking about how that we have to go backwards initially and try to scare them into thinking that, oh yeah, I've never gone backwards before. Should be interesting. What about you?
I think you're muttering something like that as Baxter steps off of like a cargo land speeder and approaches to help you finish up assembling this thing, towing it to the back of the position.
Oh, hey Baxter. Thanks for the help. Be right back. And then I'm gonna go seek out some trouble and talk smack to someone.
Baxter, you
Always
absolutely know this
glad to
behavior is
help.
about to happen.
If a battle droid could sigh, that is what you see, and then immediately start hauling and doing all the heavy lifting that he knew Jax would not do in his
Perfect.
absence.
I'm like
Jax,
looking for someone who's probably like looks like they're trying to get in the zone, they're trying to focus, doesn't want any interference, and I'm 100% gonna go rile them up.
you're heading over there. You see such a person. You can see that they have a name tag printed on the outside of a leather sports jacket that says Princeman Jr. You see like a punk 16-year-old kid who he looks like he's trying to psych himself up, get in the zone. It looks like he's talking to himself. And then a small Rhodian just walks over and pushes him in the chest. Princeman Jr. gets pushed back and he goes, "Hey, what the heck, man?" And the Rhodian goes, "Una wana chupata, tuno wakale." And the human goes, "Yeah, I know they say humans can't pod race. I'm here to prove differently. I'm Champ Princeman Jr." That's the conversation you're walking into. And as this is happening, you can see that behind the Rhodian, 4 other pod racers are showing up with various like mechanics tools, hydro spanners, wrenches, crossbar. No, what's it? Crowbar.
Crow.
Yeah, crowbar. They're all walking over and backing up this Rhodian.
Do I recognize any of the four behind him or the Rhodian himself? Like,
You do recognize the Rhodian. He is favored in today's race. He is called Tarulto.
Hey, Toronto. That's you, right? Hey,
Kuna que pasa?
you racing today? You just sightseeing?
Kuna tucane. Oh, all of the other aliens behind him are all also laughing. Princeman Jr. walks over and puts a hand on your chest and says, "Hey, you and me are having a conversation, Tarulto."
Let it go, kid. Hey, I just hope that you're going to keep up today, Toronto. I mean, I hate lapping people before the second checkpoint. It's not fun for me.
I absolutely want to roll here. I want an intimidation roll of some kind, whatever that's called in this system.
Oh boy. Well, my dude definitely does not have talking stats.
Damn, you probably shouldn't have come over and talked some insane smack.
I'm just trying to rile people up, man.
Yeah, this is gonna be a coercion check for sure.
Coercion. Yeah, it's only 2 green dice for me.
All right, let me go get Tarulto's stat list here real quick.
It's okay that you're talking against other pilots. I will not jinx you by saying the rest of that, but
Cool. You're rolling against 3 purple.
No bueno.
You
No
are
bueno
about
at
to get
all.
smoked, my man.
It's winnable.
Can I start? I know I don't have any of these talents, but I will. Hearing this banter and seeing my pilot starting to get himself into trouble, I have made my way in that direction. Also holding
you're right.
definitely mechanics tools.
Okay, I'll throw a blue die in there. You wanna? Oh, too late. Oh boy, absolutely destroyed.
A lot of blanks.
You try to intimidate Tarulto, and in the process, you take a point of strain right here as you see one of the guy with the crowbar behind him steps past Tarulto, gets in your face, and like he and Baxter are now one-on-oneing, and he keeps moving his head around Baxter to get a look at you, and he says, "You're gonna die today, Jax." In
Keep dreaming.
perfect galactic basic.
I should figure out how much strain I actually can take here.
Yeah. Let's
12.
talk about you, Baxter. There's a dude with a deadly weapon standing directly in front of you, threatening the guy directly behind you.
Yeah, I will grab his deadly weapon and just kind of keep lifting it higher and higher, higher and higher. And he can either choose to hold on to it and get lifted off the ground.
I'm going to ask
These are
you
my
to make a
intentions.
coercion check now against 3 purple.
I'm just holding on, but I'm not trying to coerce him. I'm just lifting this thing up off into the air. He's welcome to do whatever he wants with that information. But I will make a coercion roll. Not very
Yes,
good.
please. I feel like this is very coercion-y.
That's fair enough.
All the pilot's going to be dead before the race starts.
Yeah, no, of course. That'll be fine
Honestly,
if they're coercing him.
classic pod race.
Yeah. Good point. What is this pilot's let's see, what's the
It's
counter?
still 3 purple.
Okay.
You're rolling against
It's not gonna go well. Very good. Will not be good for us.
Oof.
That
It was
roll
good
over.
until this last one. Yeah.
That roll over.
He's also not intimidated. You try to raise it out of his reach. He absolutely dead jumps all the way up, grabs the bottom end of it, yanks it back down out of your hand in the process, goes chest to chest with you briefly. You can spend your advantage to affect unexpected subjects beyond the original target, whether you want to impress other racers or maybe officials or the crowd that you're like a scary guy.
Interesting. I suppose officials, in that case, we'll make it look like we're getting bullied by these guys, and that they're trying to take advantage of these, these heroes of Tatooine, looking to live up to the hero of Anakin Skywalker being a human pilot that won the Boonty Eve Classic, and
That's
they
right. These
feel
scrappy
intimidated.
underdogs.
Exactly.
You openly start making a narrative, and the officials nearby are intimidated not by your antics or your battle droidness, but by the fact that if anyone from the media listens to this narrative you're spinning, they could get in a lot of trouble. They come over and start breaking things up. You could see that there's a Mon Calamari who looks like he hates being on Tatooine. His skin is so dry right now. He's like, break it up, everyone. Get back to your pit crews. Get the pod races together. Don't embarrass us. This is a big day for Tatooine.
I think as we're leaving, to no one in particular, I just kind of yell over my shoulder, "Enjoy my exhaust."
Incredible. You're going to get yourself in so much trouble.
Me and the dumb the DUM pit droid that we
Oh,
definitely
did you guys
own
cash
walk
in to
away.
buy one?
If I can get a discount, I'll definitely buy one.
Absolutely not. I think
I'm
that
just throwing it in
this
there that we
track,
have one.
they will let you rent one,
Perfect.
but you do not have one.
I will pay to rent one.
Okay. You get a little dumb droid. He goes, I'm not sure my mic will pick any of that up because,
It did.
Zoom only picks up human noises. I might need some sound effects in there.
I pat it softly on the head.
Okay. It looks happy to be here. But as you pat it softly on its head, you accidentally crunch it back down into portable companion size.
Yeah. If a battle droid could sigh, it does again. Baxter once again sighs.
I think now that's just the two of us. I'd be like, "Hey, good work there. I think we got under her skin. We'll see you in turn one. Who knows?"
Yeah. It's like, you sure did, Jax. Well done. I'll find something heavy to lift.
Should we describe what our pod racer is?
Yes, please. And
Right.
then we're going to race.
All
Let's do
right. So perusing the different pod racers available to us, we went with one of the quadradrets. So it's got 4 engines instead of 2, the Benghazi version. So you see this big honking green thing, tiny little seat behind it. Looks like it can go really fast, but not exactly known for its handling, turning, traction, or cooling. Now I realize when I say that, it sounds like a bad thing, but it's okay.
Okay. So let's talk about the starting grid. On the initial starting grid, as a human pilot who is complete unknown, you are at the bottom of the pole position. You're back with the pack. At top position is Adonis Safraj, who you haven't really met yet. She's a female Deveronian. She has like huge golden horns, and not like her natural skin color. Like she's actually plated them with gold. She gives you like a finger guns as she goes past, stops at your pod and says, "Hey, you're that Corellian, right?"
The one and only.
Wow. I met a lot of Corellians, kid.
Not like me, you haven't.
I've heard a lot of Corellians say that to me, kid.
Well, maybe I'll just let my my piloting do the speaking then, seeing how you know me so well.
Good. I know those other guys are trying to intimidate you and say that humans never made it at pod racing, but the fact is, one of the last times this race ran, a human won it.
Well, today could be the second.
I don't care about what's in your skin. I care about the content of your pod racer.
Huh. I usually take the opposite approach. It's all about the pilot.
She holds out a hand and says, "Adonis, looking forward to you eating my sand today."
We'll see who's eating who's sand. Jax, good luck out there. Not that you need it.
At second position, Tarulto. And at third position, Champ Princeman Jr.
Ooh, good for him.
Now, you get to make a cool check. It's just cool. You're not rolling any purple dice at all. every success moves you up the pole position that you start at on the starting grid, and every advantage allows you to start with a higher starting speed. If
Ooh, that's
you hit
huge.
a triumph on this roll, you get to start at full speed.
Oh my god, that's enormous. All right.
Yeah, it's big.
Oh, it was almost there.
No triumph, but you push yourself up two positions, and you get to start at speed 1.
I'll take that.
So you are now right next to Tarulto. So the two of you are starting in the second row.
Perfect.
You move in right next to Tarulto, and he's looking at you, and he's just like, "Una te chupa tuma."
I do the equivalent of the Jack in the Box finger gun. Middle finger coming up. Whatever that would be in Star Wars times.
I mean, it's still just. Oh, you mean that? I thought you meant finger gun like this. But for some reason, it's the same. George Lucas invents Jack in the Box.
Beautiful.
But it's called something. It's called something very alien.
I like it.
Rad, you're still awake and alive?
Yep. I keep trying to unmute myself, and then my dog chews on a squeaky toy, so I try to mute myself again real fast.
Casino scene is pumping.
Casino scene. You get to pick who your first target of conversation is.
I'm gonna ask my team if they have any preferences for these different sponsors.
Can this be in character as well? That the three of you are using comm links right before, like, literally your boy is strapping in with like a 5-point restraining harness, just like a little one of those Anakin Skywalker episode 2 headsets. Or no, beginning of episode 3 is where he has that weird headset that's got half of his head covered.
Yeah.
One of the few things I did buy was a comlink.
Perfect.
Yeah, I want to run down from the Quad Drive Yards, the Zerka Corp, and Incom. And Zerka Corp's gonna have
They were the mods, right?
Yeah, but
yeah,
don't
the
forget
inroads.
don't forget Champ Princeman and the Crimson Dawn agent Sparks.
Yeah. Well,
Right,
I'm for sure going after Carladin.
Carlet and Aberd. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know. Like if I'm only gonna does it matter how many? I guess if I
You're
roll
gonna
well,
get 4 shots at this.
I'm gonna get 4 shots. So in theory, I could roll well, and I
Nail
could
4.
lock in. I could not lock in 4 total. But
Sure.
if
In the theory that you are
Yeah,
successful
yeah.
4 times against all known probability, yes.
But I'm thinking if I'm only successful twice, I'd like to try and get the newsman, because I think having a favorable media presence will go really, really far. And then one of the big corps for financial. I don't really know what the Crimson Dawn or Chance Princeman is going to be able to provide me. Like I don't know what their boons are for their sponsorship or a relationship with either of them.
They're crime organizations, so probably tons of money or smuggling you to planets. Or they could offer you opportunities to make money along the way.
Quick
quests.
That
quick
is appealing.
question for criminal organizations. Like I made it so my debt is to the Black Sun, another criminal organization.
Yes.
Would any of the would Jax know if any of the ones that Zaxx mentions could help give him some breathing room from the Black Sun?
No.
Okay.
The
Never mind.
Black Sun are like the Sicilian Mafia. They don't mix with other criminal organizations.
Yeah, they're kind of on their own tier.
They're the aristocratic elite. They literally were best friends with Darth Vader.
Well, that was a poor choice to make in my backstory.
Yeah, they're really nasty bad dudes.
Perfect.
Their
That's how we
leaders
got
are
such a nice
literally called
Podracer.
Vigos, which is Sicilian for cousin, I think, in real life.
Oh, I even named a Vigo. Oops.
Well, do you have any advice for your Hutt friend? Because Rad's,
I
I
think
feel like Rad's starting to lose it here. Just like, who do I go to? What's my
I got some
game
ideas.
plan?
I got some ideas.
Good.
So,
look,
And listen, Rad, I want to
I'm
slow
listening.
boil the frog, and the frog is you. Okay.
I know. Listen, I'm not fully on my game tonight. There's a lot of activity happening around me, but I'm doing my best
It's
here.
okay.
I'm channeling the anxiety of my character in game right now.
Perfect.
Didn't you say one that begins
Method
with a
acting.
Z? I think that had to do with
Zerka.
mods. I always
Zerka,
go for
yeah.
some mods. That sounds good. But
Of course you would.
yeah, I mean, hey, you asked, man.
Yeah.
Either that or
Yeah, I know.
I don't know, something to
agree.
keep us racing so we can make more money. Get from A to point B. That's my priority. All right, gotta go.
Yeah, I think okay. Okay. That's what I say in character. I got it. Get out there. Win us some money.
I can't. I'm struggling picturing a Hutt talking that fast.
Well, it just comes out in Huddies. It's like blah, 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 blah.
That checks out.
Wonky. Who wonky. All right. I have some ideas.
The hoodies.
Who's the first person you want to talk to then?
The first person I'm going to talk to, believe it or not, is going to be Incom, because I feel like this should be an easy lock for me because I'm already connected intimately with the Rebel Alliance.
That is true. With New Republic intelligence, yeah.
That's right. So I feel like I have an in with these guys, and this will just be an extension of our already ongoing agreement and relationship.
You walk over to a human man in his 50s, a little bit of gray at the temples, absolutely squared away military haircut, shoulders completely flat, Rebel Alliance, not New Republic, Rebel Alliance flight jacket. He has officers' tags on his shoulder boards, like khaki pants. He looks like the war's still going on. He looks like he walked out of the end of the Civil War and didn't get an upgrade to his outfit. He has a concealed pistol unconcealed on his belt. Just like out there and like a little belt holster that he can get to. He turns and sees you coming, and says, Zaxx, right? Name's Raddick, Dirk Raddick.
Good to meet you, Raddick.
I'm executive vice president of the Tatooine branch of Incom Corporation.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm really hoping for an opportunity to expand our relationship.
Interesting. You know, I did some background checks on all the potential racers today, and corporate flagged your racer. I think you can understand why Incom might have some problems working with Deserter.
I think I can understand that, but I think it could also be an opportunity.
How
I
so?
mean, everybody makes mistakes, you know.
Everybody has those days.
People can choose desertion for a lot of different reasons, and what could be more compelling than the story of, you know, a lost porg finding its way back to its clutch.
You're a Porg fan.
I've never met anyone who isn't.
Oh, my daughter raises porgs.
Delightful animal. Oh, excellent. I have a bifold wallet that I pull out, and it's got a bunch of pictures of, like, when you go to, you know, the department store and get the really cheesy pictures taken of your pets. It's like that. It's all blurry on the sides, you know. And it's got porgs wearing little bow
Somehow
ties.
there's more
and,
of
like,
them in each photo.
yeah, like Wookiee Life Day hats, you know. They're all kinds of dressed up and all kinds of stuff.
Incredible.
And yeah, my wife's judging me.
I wasn't listening.
Oh, anyway, so
Your wife wasn't listening, Rad.
they can hear everything you say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not everything's about you. Bye.
Thank you, wife. Keeps me humble. Yeah. So I show him all my pictures. We have a little moment about porgs. I'm like, look, the deeper the support goes, the better information I'm able to provide. You have a sort of a potential story here of bringing a lost soul back into your fold. You could spin this a lot of positive ways. It's really just It's got a lot of potential wins in growing what we already have been working on.
Okay. 1 red, 3 purple, and a black die.
My goodness, Arthur.
Because of the level of success that Dunamis just got, 2 purple dice.
You said 1 black?
I'm sorry, 2 boost dice. Yes. 1 black, you get 2 boost dice,
Uh-huh.
and you get a boost die for your introduction by Mittens.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. 1 sec.
I thought you were being
Okay, sorry.
sarcastic when you said my the dice I just rolled. I was like, "Me too." I got my butt kicked, but I realized you meant the pole positioning.
You're in the race
Yeah.
now.
You managed to, in the qualifiers, for the qualifiers, you managed to get a good enough performance to push yourself up.
Yeah. The race is playing in the
Okay.
background in all of these negotiations.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
And this is a negotiation.
It
This
is a negotiation.
Huge dice pool.
Yes. You have the capability of using those force points if you want to push anything around here.
Turn this yellow or make that purple. But then you have to redo the whole thing.
You would need to redo the whole thing. He's really thinking, audience. He's cooking.
Okay, sure, I'll flip another card. Why not?
Okay.
Let's just give Arthur lots of ammunition for the actual race to just dark side the shit out of all the rolls. Can we just add a purple and say the red one doesn't count? Like whatever it rolls, we'll
Absolutely. Let's
just
do it.
negate. Would that be
Yep.
easier? Okay, we'll do
Sure. Roll it.
that. Okay, I'll roll it.
Okay. You get +2 successes.
Okay, so we failed with 2 advantages. No, wait,
but,
this one doesn't
but you're
count.
canceling that out, so you actually succeeded with 2.
2 succeed,
Oh.
2 advantage. That's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
good.
yeah.
3, 4, 3. Yep. 2
Yeah,
successes.
because that purple's blank.
2 advantage. Yep. Okay.
Dang, it's a clutch
So-
upgrade or downgrade,
Yeah.
brother.
Here's how
Especially
this
since
goes.
you can see the results.
I'm going
Yeah.
to give you a number of options that you can select from.
Okay.
And then you get to choose with your advantages whether you want to give 2 boost die or split it 1 to either of the other 2 players.
Okay.
Because while all this is going on, Baxter's got his own shit and Jax has got his own shit. Here are a number of options that I have pre-made. If you have other things that you want out of this negotiation, that's fine too. Because you don't have a triumph, none of these are going to be like huge. You know what I mean? Like if you got a triumph while talking to Incom and you wanted transportation, they would just straight up offer you like a personal freighter you could fit your whole
Sure.
your crew to live on, right? But on a success, it's probably going to be like they have access to a contractor that you can pay them less than you would pay a random person, and it'll be much safer.
So this is this 4 successes? Is that right?
It's 5 successes.
1,
You
2,
have
3,
5
4,
successes
5,
total.
-1.
-3.
Yeah, we got 2.
Minus these
2,
are
2, 0.
Oh, okay.
Some of those got flipped at some point, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have the chat open. How do I open the chat?
The bottom
Yes.
left-hand corner.
You can just hit enter as well to open.
If you
Yeah, that's what I
if you
did.
click
Money.
the chat open, then click the little cog in the corner, you can disable auto hide so it stays up.
Got you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's probably the way to do it.
Done.
Now,
Okay.
at the top of this list of options, and again, if you have another option you'd like, you can add it. Rather than benefit your team, personal wealth and power. Money that goes directly to your bank account rather than to the team for sponsorship. Shipping, transportation, that sort of thing. Wealth for the team, like a flat payment of several thousand. You know, not like 10,000, but like a little bit of starter money to get you going. Advertising, merchandising, events and invites, and maybe trying to get you some sort of interview. And again, that
Ew.
interview thing, that doesn't have to be about the team. That could just be, you know, you've You've made it.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Hutt. It's been a while since we've seen anything out of you. I understand you've reimagined yourself and you're launching a rebrand, you know?
Yeah.
I want to
What,
tempt you into doing things that will benefit you over the team.
Of course.
I think you just learned not to put Jax in front of a camera.
Yeah. For advertisement and or merchandising, what does that equate to? Just more wealth? Like what's
So advertising is going to get you more fans, and merchandising is going to turn fans into wealth. So right now you have 0 fans. So advertising will get you your first set of fans, regardless of how your racer does on the racetrack.
I choose one of these.
You get 2 of them because you got
two of
successes.
these. Okay. I feel like shipping is one we want to do, right? We want a good contact on transportation from world to world, and this is probably the sponsor to provide that. So I think probably shipping should be one. And I'm gonna hope for success with Carladin to cover interviews. Because I think interview and advertising kind of the same thing, right? Both get you fans or notoriety.
So
Get your name out
interview
there.
is like anything could happen in an interview. And
Right,
which
right, right.
one of your team members gets interviewed is going to change how things go down.
I see.
I know you are laughing, Taranaki, but you specifically have a socio-political issue that you want to push. And getting interviewed by Outer Rim Sports Network would be a massive audience.
Yes.
I'm gonna do
This is funny.
what do you guys think? Do you think we should do advertising or do you think we should just do wealth and just have some baseline income from a sponsor?
Can you describe like the getting fans and converting them to money? Because like if you have no fans, does it make sense to try to convert them to money if there are none to begin with?
There's no point to merchandising right now because you don't have any fans. But down the line, you will have fans, and at that point, having merchandising, like you're not going to get another opportunity to get these things. Like the negotiations are now. You know what I mean? As you continue to get fans down the line, having good merchandising will bring in more cash.
Well, we can renegotiate sponsorship deals, like I assume at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe at the end of the circuit or later on.
Right before the Boona Eve Classic.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, then I think maybe I don't know, you described Incom as a very popular grassroots sort of company. Maybe they're the right ones to have like the logo on the side, on the jackets on the sides, right, for the advertising to get the fans, right?
Okay.
If they're a really popular company, then having their name backing us for advertising us and getting fans probably pretty good.
It's like Nike, but for racing.
Right.
Ride the coattails.
I'm referring, of course, to the goddess Nike of victory.
Obviously. Yeah.
I would not want to get sued.
From a company
legally distinct.
It's legally distinct because it pre-existed by several thousand years.
Yeah.
But if you could imagine if like the god Nike were to eventually be symbolized by a sports company, how well that might do.
Well,
yeah.
So you are agreeing to let Incom slap their name on your Podracer and on your jackets. And in exchange, they're going to try to push you as like this is our racer this is the horse we've decided to back sort of deal.
Correct. Yeah. Just a good old Corellian boy, you know, and I'll have to talk to Jax about falling in line with the narrative of, you know, the deserter.
Anyone
coming back into the fold, right? Yeah, anybody can be somebody again.
You definitely want to have that conversation before you lock in any interviews for real.
No, I totally, yeah, before the interviews, yes, but not before making the deal, right? Like I absolutely overpromise with this.
Our boy needs some media training.
So I'll choose advertisement and shipping then are my 2 deals I want to make with the Incom guy.
I like
Very
it.
Interesting.
What was his name?
Dirk Raddock.
Dirk Raddock.
Sounds like a villain.
Baxter.
Could be one day.
You can hear outside they're playing the March of the Pod Racers. your little pit droid. You're having trouble getting him unbopped in your pit. And really the pit is really just a slightly submerged area along the inside lane of the Mos Espa racecourse. I mean, you are at the Boonta Eve Classic racetrack. Um, as it's happening though, you can see that your pod racer is locked in. There's nothing anybody can do to alter the series of events, and that's when you hear the sound of some jingle jangling coming from the hall outside, and then in the doorway, you see the massive frame of a Shivastani wolfman. He's got on like a sombrero with little veils to keep the sand out of his face. And you also see he's openly holstering a disruptor rifle while wearing like it's less of it's like a duster, like a really long brown leather. He's also wearing spurs on his boots. He comes in, he says, "Arr! Looks like I missed the big man."
Hello, sir. How can I help you? You seem to be lost. This
What's
is
your
the area for
designation,
pits
droid?
and racers. Designation mechanical droid. Here to assist with pit stops.
You can see
Stop.
he runs like a tongue over his teeth, and then he laughs and kind of puts his hand on the butt of the rifle and says, "Now, where I come from, ain't a lot of battle droids, mechanical assistants.
And where I come from, ain't a lot of Shivistanis that know their way around a racetrack. Why ain't you slaving like the rest of your kin?
You got a problem, droid?"
No need to have any problems if you just move along.
"I'm here to collect on a bounty.
Let's
Contract
see, we got
says no
problems.
disintegrations." He takes his disruptor rifle, puts it down on a table that's covered in all of your pilot shit. Just like greased up parts all over the place. And then you guys are only like renting this for the day. It is still
It's already a
covered
mess.
with parts and the spare tools and shit. He puts it down.
Baxter audibly sighs again. Like,
Yeah, he reaches
such a
down
mess
into
in
his duster, pulls out like metal knuckles, and just goes, "I'm all fists."
here. Excellent. I'll you'll see Baxter kind of like throw his coat off and put his fists out in front of him too and be like awesome tagline would be great here. It's like Roger, Roger. And then we'll just make
He
that
is
work.
going to let you make the first move
Okay.
in your brawl.
Okay.
However, he is melee attacking because he literally has, a weapon.
Yeah, I'll let's see. It's interesting. Just fists. Obviously they're better. I'm better with melee, but we'll just for the thematics of being in a pit, we'll pick up a large wrench and we'll kind of start walking towards him and
Sorry,
getting ready to
before we
consume.
do this, I do need to
Yeah.
jump back to Rad. You did
Good.
have 2 blue dice
Oh,
that you
yeah.
could hand out to the other players.
Oh yeah.
Did you want to give that to
I'll do one to each.
Okay. Back to you. For some reason, I feel the camera briefly jumps over to the hut, just sipping on a drink, chatting with Dirk, and then cuts back to you. Like, absolutely immortal
Good night.
danger.
Zaxx is just saying, I hope they're not doing anything stupid. Blue dice flows over.
You as you say that, you've got your hands on the controls, and you can hear the countdown like 3, 2, 1. And that
Sick.
moment is when the 2 of them clash.
Yeah. I'll grab a wrench and just start, kind of running at him. Perfect battle droid. Chink, 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 and kind of getting ready to
Okay.
give him a thwack.
Melee versus melee is 2 purple. He has no black defensive dice.
Okay. Oh, I do have talents for these things, don't I? Okay. So my melee is, or I, I'm brawling because I've got
Brawling.
a wrench.
Brawling
It's the
if you're
same roll
not
for me,
okay.
so it doesn't really matter. Frenzied attack is the same
Thematically,
as
it does
well.
matter to the
Yeah, yeah.
audience, though. Are you
Yes,
wrenching or are you
yes.
throwing fists?
Right. Yeah, I suppose I like the idea of just like a brawl in the pit where I'm not like using like a weapon. I'm using, just like the pit tools
Okay.
like a mechanic would, even though that's not really
Are
what
we
I am,
talking
but
like
it's what I
Jackie
look like.
Chan style, improvising the entire battlefield into a comedy? This is
It's
Star
certainly
Wars.
messy enough.
It's kind of camp, so
Yeah, yeah. No, I think that would be fun as we kind of go further into the battle just to kind of see what we fight our way through.
all right.
Um, so I'll just come kind of sliding across this messy table, ready to smack him with this wrench that I grab as I jump across the table. I'll frenzy attack to upgrade a brawl, suffer
Okay.
a strain to do so.
All right.
And so that'll be 2 yellow, 2 green against 2 purple,
And a blue die, boost die
and a
from
blue.
the
Oh,
Hutts.
no, too many blue.
It would be funny if, like, instead of hitting him with the wrench, as you get closer, you toss it like lightly into the air, so he goes to catch it, and that's when you just
Yeah.
sock him right in the face.
You just Spartan kick him right in the chest.
I do like that. Maybe we can get to that point in the battle. All right, I'll roll them bones.
Okay.
Yes,
that's
yes.
pretty good. 3 successes with 2 advantage. That's huge. That's a great start. What's your damage?
Let's see. For improvised weapon, I would have to look that up.
I mean, if it's brawl, the brawl is equal to your strength or whatever.
Okay,
Right? It's equal to
then
your
it's 4.
brawn.
4. Yeah, there's
Okay,
like
so
stuff located
4
to
and
boost
then
it.
3 successes
+2,
means that you get
3.
an additional 3. So that's
Okay.
7.
Excuse me. And then let me look at some of these advantages. Another maneuver.
Okay. You start hitting this guy hard, right? You come in with the wrench, you start picking stuff up off the table, you're throwing it in his face. He is reflexively reacting to keep himself from getting his ass beat. Like he intended to kick this thing off and you got the first move. You absolutely got the drop on him. With those 2 advantage, you could try to recover that point of strain that you've already lost. You could try making a free maneuver, or you could spend the 2 advantage to pass Dunamis a blue die to his next check, which will give him 2 boost die on the first round. To his first check.
We'll do that.
Okay.
We'll pass the boost to Dunamis.
All right. I'm now going to roll for him trying to beat your ass. Do
Perfect.
you have any defense bonus?
I have dodge. I think it's more strain. Number of strain, 1 strain to upgrade the difficulty of the check.
Okay. Is that what you're doing?
I am dodging. Yes.
Okay. He hits you for
Too bad.
5 + 1 for 6 points of damage. So, yeah, he just starts punching you in the face. He rock'em sock'em robots your head, and then,
Aptly
like,
named.
yeah, your heads keep snapping back as he just, ooh, poof, poof. The 2 of you are, like, doing body blows and moving around the area. Nobody's, like, tripping over anything precisely, but you're constantly shifting and moving. The dumb is walking around now and, like, getting underfoot, and I think that the Shivastani steps on it and, like, puts it down, and then, like, you step on it and he goes whoop, and, like, that force allows you to dodge backwardly out of the way. Dynamis, we're basically at the end of the session and we're finally going to roll our first check here for you.
What could go wrong?
You good? You ready?
Timed.
I think I'm ready.
Okay. So I'm just going to tell you that pole position wise, Adonisk acts first. She is going to start by attempting to accelerate. So she starts at speed 1, and she is going to use her acceleration ability to accelerate up to speed 2, and then she's going to take 2 strain to accelerate again up to speed 3. And then
Is
she's
that
going
strain ship strain or pilot strain?
that is pilot strain for her.
Okay.
And then she is going to make her section check, which is a simple piloting planetary check. She is moving speed 3. There is no speed check here. She's just getting up to speed for later. Going into the next section. Her check is piloting planetary of 2. So she's 2 yellow, 2 green. Her handling gives her a black die. She got no successes and
Wow.
5 advantage. So her pole position remains 0 going into the second round. That's very bad for her.
That's no bueno.
Next up, you and Tarulto. Do you have any, do you want to go first or do you want him to go first?
I'm happy to go first because I feel like as we're waiting for the light, I'm still trying to distract him. Meanwhile, I'm perfectly in key with when the gun goes off, so to speak. I didn't know you could accelerate twice. I like that move. Not to be
You
boring.
can spend 2 strain to take a second maneuver.
Yeah, I love the sound of that. Especially because our Podracer has an accelerate of 2. I'm starting at 1, so I could go to 3, theoretically up to 5.
That sounds right to me.
And when there's no speed penalty, I love it. So my pilot is 1, 2, 3, 1. I have the 2 blues and -2 blacks for the handling. What am I missing? Is there like any difficulty die in this
There's
roll?
no difficulty die to this.
Wow. Okay. I do need to mark down 2 more. It's 2 more strain, you said?
Yes.
Okay,
And that's
so I'm
personal strain to you to start with.
I'm at 3 out of 12. And roll them bones. Hell yeah.
No, hold on. Before
What?
we go too much, did you add Rad's blue die and then
Yes.
I got distracted writing stuff in. You also need to add in the 3 black die for your handling.
3? I thought it was 2.
Your handling is -3, right?
I think it says -2. Let me pull it up.
Is it -2? Sure.
Let me make sure. It's a good
As long as you added the boost dice and the black die, this roll stands and is great for you.
It says handling of the craft starts at -2 for a pilot with no experience with the vehicle. So I have 2 black die in there.
Okay. Let's see here. Does Triumph get you anything special while you're moving up? So what speed are you moving at right now?
My goal is to double accelerate from 1 to 3 to 5.
To 5, and then
Yes.
you got 5 with a success. So you add 6 to your pole position. So you go from -1 up to 5. Okay.
Suck at Toronto. Until I figure out he's got like accelerate 3. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I will say Adonis, her machine definitely looks like it could go much faster.
Accelerate 1's bad.
I mean, she's playing it cagey for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. Okay, so Triumph can break ties. And let's see here. Piloting planetary may have. Triumph can only take. So Triumph lets you take an additional maneuver action. You've already used 2 maneuvers though. so you can't take any.
Yeah.
It lets you use the second maneuver for free, basically.
Bummer.
Okay. I mean,
So how would
this is
that
still a great check for you.
how would that work? Because like I rolled the same dice regardless of what maneuvers I announced beforehand, right?
Right. So you don't have to take the maneuvers before the section check. You can make them afterwards.
Oh, so should I not have announced the accelerate until after the roll?
But the point of that though is that your double accelerating lets you move at speed 5 this turn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. So it would be a free maneuver if I hadn't taken a second.
Let's say you're going very fast, and
Yeah.
while this check would be fine, your next check, you're going to want to slow down.
Yes.
The way to do it would be section check now, double maneuvers afterwards to decelerate, and then double maneuvers to continue decelerating at the start of the next check, and then the section check there. Right? If you were like going speed 10 and you were about to hit something that had like a speed limit of 2, you would want to rapidly decelerate. And that would be one way to do it, while still letting you on the section that you're currently at go as fast as possible.
Got it. Okay.
I mean, this is huge for you. And
this is a good start. I'm happy with this.
3 advantage means you get to choose who gets a combination of 3 boost die going into the next round of checks.
Given I feel like Zaxx is making some super important rolls for the rest of the campaign, let's give him 2. And I really don't want Baxter to get his shit pushed in by a werewolf, so he'll get 1.
Okay. Zaxx 2 blue dice, Baxter 1.
He
I
beats
was hoping we get a little
means
further.
that your bounty hunter gets you.
It is
This is
past
true.
midnight here. We're going to call episode 1 at the starting line, basically, as you go blasting. Oh, sorry, we still need to do Tarulto and Champ Princeman. So Champ is just going to immediately accelerate to speed 8. He's using the full throttle maneuver. He's immediately blasting himself up to speed 8 on the pole position. So he hits to 6. He is now the leader of the pack. And let's see how Tarulto does. So Tarulto gets 2 yellow, 1 green.
Well, I thought full throttle increases your vehicle's top speed by 1, but it doesn't put you there. It just increases the speed. So you still have to.
Chance Princeman Jr.'s fate has already been decided.
Okay.
He's going to be an important lesson on race mechanics later on.
Okay.
So that is 2 successes and 2 advantage. So Tarulto moving at speed 2
Sucker
is going to move up 2, 3, 4. So he is now at position 3.
Go humans.
Jack Princeman in the lead, followed by Jax Corvus, followed shortly behind by Tarulto. Adonisk, everybody is starting to pass her in her massive machine. And then all the way at the back is the pack. Because there is no speed modifier on this section, they do not move further ahead. So each section might have a number associated with it. That number is how much the pack moves ahead. If you ever fall back to where the pack is on the pole position, you get clobbered by, dozens of racers catching up to you. So much
collision
and overwhelming you. Yes.
Evasive maneuvers will be important.
This is where we are closing our first episode here. I think it's going pretty well for you guys, even though there were some risky rolls here and some crazy stuff going on. How are you guys feeling? And do you have any questions or comments about what's happened so far?
I think you've done a masterful job working 3 basically separate characters into this one story.
Thanks.
And I think
some time.
We also, I don't know, we've had rolls that went our way. I don't know if I want to call it luck or skills or whatever, but we had 4 triumphs throughout this session. That's pretty freaking good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I echo that sentiment. I think the idea of having what's going on in the race affecting what's going on in negotiations and vice versa, and what's going on in the pit. Also, if like the interconnectedness of the three different scenes is a lot of fun. I like that a lot. It's pretty
I know
cool.
when I pitched that we were going to have a main character and it was going to be the guy racing, there were some concerns that no one else would get anything to do. I had to sit down and do some long and hard thinking. And now that's pod racing. We didn't find this source book until after there was plenty of planning for this show already.
Right.
Also says the same thing. They're like, if it's just one racer and a support team, you as a GM are going to have a lot to do in regards to keeping the other players engaged. So it didn't have that much helpful advice. But I want to say now that's pod racing is fantastic for the pod racing part. Has absolutely been maniacally good at getting us organized around this. Well, Taranaki, anything you want to say about this so far?
I'm having a blast. Thanks for including me in this game. I don't know. I'm just happy to be here. This is great.
I was so wound up during the intros. I forgot I'm still forgetting it. The Confederacy of Systems Alliance or whatever it is.
Yeah, yeah.
I never watched Clone Wars, and that's where it comes up a lot. They're just called separatists otherwise, and I also couldn't think of that. I was just like, the thing that Count Dooku was part of. That thing, the battle droid thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely
They're the bad guys that are
fumbled
actually not the
intros
bad guys.
so badly. I like these characters. Rad, we knew nothing about your character going in.
Listen,
I absolutely love that this dude is a Hutt who somehow has a wallet that's appeared out of nowhere, and he just holds out porg pics
yeah.
that he's sharing with an executive vice president of Incom.
Yeah, all
He's
the
got
while like
two-
dabbing his forehead.
Yeah, yeah. He's got a touch of the consumption. He's got two inside pockets in his leather jacket, and one of them's got, like a flask with some kind of alcohol, right? And the other one's got his porg pictures.
When we were talking earlier, do Hutt have ears? I really want to be like, can we see them anyway through your wig?
No, yeah, probably not.
Yeah, probably can't hear anything either through that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm right there with you. I didn't know much about him until he started to either. So, also, I apologize. I had a lot of distractions going on. I wasn't fully on my game for most of the session, and his personality will develop in future episodes. Like you may notice, there might be some inconsistencies between his future personality and that of the first episode because I had a very hard time focusing on what's going on. It's late in the day. The ADHD medication has long worn off, and there was a whole circus happening behind me for the majority of the episode. So, yeah. But yeah, other than that, I had a great time.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. Lots of fun.
I'm excited to cut back to the casino to see how everyone reacts to Jax's amazing maneuver to start off the race.
Ooh,
For sure.
Haas, but that other human there is accelerating rapidly going into the first big
Go all
turn.
in on
Right.
Huntsman. Bet
Now,
all your
What does
chips.
he know that everyone else doesn't?
Yeah, I also want to see his dad's face as this is happening.
I do want to remind people we are running the race in reverse, and one of the last things that happens in the Bunta Eve Classic is you have to roll your pod racer on its side and go single file to go through the devil's door. And rather than that being the last thing that happens, it's the first thing that happens.
Yeah.
Which is why going really fast at the start is a bad idea. So as a tutorial character, Champ Princeman is here to show you what happens when you go really fast through the devil's door.
Or any other, just difficult checks coming up.
I just want to make sure that Dunamis has a material memory to understand that, bad things can happen if you aren't paying attention to the cards that I've laid out. That's why he's like, don't spoil me. And I'm like, no, you literally must know the race course before you start. You simply must.
I did check what my
you will die.
air brakes were before I chose to double accelerate.
Yeah, because you're going to need to decelerate perhaps before you make the check. Yeah.
100%.
But just imagine, what
starting
if
off
you
on a
don't
straightaway, man.
decelerate, and then after you make it through the devil's door successfully, you double accelerate?
You can do it again.
If that were to happen, I would be so cocky to get out of the Podracer and just be waiting for the Peralta guy.
Idle animation. Yeah. I'm so sorry. I was going so fast in this episode from my point of view, except when I couldn't remember the CIS. What does your character look like? Like you're using a four-person,
Systems.
a four-arm thing. Like when you started the race, were you like both gauges forward, like?
I imagine he's got like he's pinching them like two here, and just like.
All right, this is a very important question, and the first person that answers is going to be canon. What is the noise your Podracer engine makes at cruising speed? Look at Rad. He's basking in the moment.
I'm thinking.
Wait, I didn't. My screenshot doesn't have the full thing. I need to go back and see it again.
It just sounds like a screaming goat.
Oh God!
Oh my gosh, the Taylor Swift song with the goat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Horrible. You realize that people are going to have to imagine that now. Every time we
It's
pass
just a
somebody.
screaming goat, like from,
definitely from
You
the
can't,
Zaxx
you can't just have like or like no, you gotta have full on screaming goat from the,
It's the-
Thor movie.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say from Love and Thunder is the
Yeah.
goats.
Horrible
Yeah.
that's our reference now.
Yeah.
No wonder no one wants to fly this thing.
Yeah. You're gonna have to talk all the investors down now after they hear that noise.
With with the undertoned by like a basic like techno beat, like and then just screaming the whole time.
It when you back us, you get earplugs automatically.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just we have branded earplugs.
Everyone can take 10 XP.
Sick.
This is your last chance to ask any questions or clarifying or any comments you have for the audience. I do want to mention that this show should be on YouTube, only YouTube. It should have no monetization, no ads. This episode is not sponsored, but thank you to Patreon, and you can help support the channel that runs this show, patreon.com/APGamingREAL. Thank you so much. We love Star Wars, and I'm interested in the upcoming Star Wars Galactic Racer game. I'm a little concerned that it's not specifically for pod racers. It's like a generic pod racers, air speeders, land speeders, ships, that sort of thing. Just slightly concerned because if there's one thing a guy who's hosting a podcast about pod racers knows, it's that pod racing is clearly the coolest thing in Star Wars. Last minute thoughts. This is it. Episode 1. I'm moving my hands in a weird way.
Episode
That's
1
it.
with pod racing. It's canon.
Excited for more. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course, we have to say the phrase. Now that's pod racing. Oh, sorry. The other phrase.
Wizard.
That's so wizard, Andy.
That's so wizard. Yeah.